Come on guys, let's learn how to manage pods in Kubernetes today. So pod is the smallest unit in Kubernetes deployment. Let's see how we can manage those pods in Kubernetes today. So I have already created the cluster using ekctl create command. So this is what I have explained in previous video. So let's create pod now. So generally we create pod using deployment or a replica set, but today I'm going to create pod with kubectl run command. So the command will be kubectl run, then the pod name. I am going to create nginx pod today. So nginx hyphen pod, then the image. So it need a nginx image. So image equal to nginx. I can give a command called as or flag called as restart equal to never. If I run this now, so now the nginx pod is created. So here we have added the flag called as restart equal to never. This is because in case of deployment, if we kill a pod, a new pod will be created because it should match the desired state. But here now I am creating a standalone pod. That's why restart equal to never. If I kill a pod now, the pod is gone. It won't create a new pod. Then I can run a command kubectl get pods. So one pod is there, nginx pod, and the status is running. So kubectl get pods will give only the status and the name of the pod. But if I want more details, then I can run kubectl describe pod and the pod name, that is nginx hyphen pod. So it will describe all the pod details like service account, node, start time, status, IP address, and all the container details like container ID and the image it is used, and the port, host port, and everything. So if you need any details about the pod, you can run a command called as kubectl describe pod. And if you face some error related to the pod and if you are troubleshooting, then logs will help. So kubectl logs command will give the logs about the pod. So kubectl logs, then the pod name, that is nginx pod. So you can see the logs of this particular pod, like launching the container and the entry point. Those all the details we will get in the pod logs. So all the events related to the pod will be captured here. Then like deployment, I can expose the single pod also. For that, I can just run the command kubectl expose pod and the pod name, that is nginx hyphen pod. Then I have to give the port. Port is obviously 80 and the target port, target hyphen port, that is also 80. Then I have to give the type. Type is nothing but the service type. In previous video, I have created a load balancer service. Today, I am going to create another service called as node port. So kubectl expose is nothing but creating a new service. So I will explain about the service and various type of services in the next videos. In this video, I'm just showing the how we can expose the pod. So new service is created now. Now I can run command called as kubectl get service. Here I can see the nginx pod service and the type is node port, and I have the port details like 80 and the 30,671 will be the my node port. Then I should be able to access this pod using the external IP colon and the node port, that is 30,671. So now instead of creating a single pod, let's create a replica set. So this will maintain a multiple replicas of this nginx pod. Let's create a YAML file vi nginx replica set .yaml. So I enter this now. So let's add the YAML content here. So in previous video, we have written this YAML file from scratch. So in this video, I will brief this YAML file once. So we have four main contents here, that is AKMS, API version, kind, metadata, and spec. API version is apps/v1, it's always apps/v1 only. So kind is the Kubernetes resource which we are going to create. In previous video, I have created deployment. That's why kind is deployment. Now I am going to create a replica set. So kind is replica set. In metadata, I just given the name for this particular resource. That is, this particular replica set will be called as nginx-rs. In spec, we will give the specification of this particular replica set, that is nginx-rs. So replicas will be 3, means number of pods will be 3. Then how we can select the pods for this particular replica set? That we have mentioned in selector using the labels. The label will be app nginx. Then the pod template. This will be applicable to all the pods of this particular replica set. Here in metadata, I have added the label that will be the same label, that is app nginx. Then the pod specifications. Here mainly we will provide the details about the container specifications. Here container name will be nginx and the image we are going to use is nginx colon latest, means the image is nginx and the tag will be the latest. And the port we are going to use this container port, that is 80. Now let's save this file using escape colon wq. Now let's apply this YAML file using kubectl apply then the file name -f and the file name that is nginx-replica set. So this will just create a replica set, and if I run now kubectl get pods, L is missed. This is the standalone pod I have created earlier, and these three are the pods created now using the replica set. Here now we have three replicas that are running, and now if one of the pod is stopped or if it is failed, so Kubernetes will automatically get a new pod. This is to maintain the desired count. Actually, let's do that now using kubectl delete pod, and I can delete this pod now. So pod is deleted now, and if I run again kubectl get pods, you can see in replica set still we have the three pods. Even if I delete one pod, there will be one new pod will be created. That is this one. You can see 7 seconds ago it is created. This is because in YAML file we have mentioned replicas as three. Now let's delete this standalone pod. Let's see what will happen. So kubectl delete pod nginx pod. So the pod is deleted now. If I run again kubectl get pods, that standalone pod is gone now and it will not be recreated. So that is the difference between the standalone pod and replica set. Now I want to modify this particular replica set YAML file, and I will make replicas as 2. Then I will save this file. Before running apply, I will just make sure that 3 pods are there. Here you can see 3 pods are running now. Now if I run kubectl apply after modifying the file, you can see replica set is configured now. First time it will show it is created. Now it is configured. Means it is updated. If I run again kubectl get pods, now you can see the only 2 pods are running because in replicas I have mentioned as 2. So it removed one pod because it should match the desired count mentioned in the YAML file. Similarly, if I modify this particular YAML file and if I make replicas as 4 now, now again apply this particular YAML file. Now if I run kubectl get pods, here you can see there are 4 pods. These 2 are the newly created pods. Kubernetes main job is to match the desired count of the pods. So that's it about the pods. You can delete this particular replica set using kubectl delete replica set or rs, then the replica set name, that is nginx-rs. Replica set is deleted now. If I run kubectl get pods now, you can see there are no pods because replica set is deleted now. Similarly, you can delete the service also using kubectl delete service nginx-pod, I think. So service also get deleted now. So that's it for today. We have learned about the pod management today. So I will delete my cluster now, and subscribe and check out other videos too. And keep learning, keep rocking.